Winstrol, Winny, Stanozol, I don't know what else names they are to this steroid out there. It's an oral steroid. Never used to be an oral steroid. Let me tell you a little story about the first time I came across Winstrol. So many years ago, when I first started taking steroids, everybody wants the hard, dry look. Now, I know, and you guys should know by now, that all comes from diet. I myself look fairly hard and dry all year round, and I will just take test and Amphe. If you diet right, you can achieve that grainy looking muscle, and that is also down to genetics as well. Now, when it came to taking Winstrol for me for the first time, back in the days, way back in the days, I was on SUS, Deca at the time. I was a little bit bloated, and someone was like, how do I get this grainy hard look that these bodybuilders are talking about? And the guy at the gym told me about Winstrol. He says they come in 3 vials. So there was a pack, like a long pack like this, and there were 3 vials in there, and they were milk. They looked like milk in a vial, literally milk with a little bit of powder in it, and you could shake it around. If I remember the brand name, hopefully someone else will be as old as me and know this as well. I think it was called Zambon. It was Spanish Winstrol. It used to come directly from Spain. Guys used to bring it over in packs of 3, and it was horrible. Let me tell you what happened when I took it. So I bought this Winstrol. I was on SUS and Deca at the same time. Got the Winstrol, and I was supposed to jab this just once a week. At the time, we didn't know. Now we know that it only stays in the system for a short period of time. You're supposed to jab it once a week. So I took the Winstrol vial out. I didn't know it was oil, oil or water, whatever. It all looked kind of the same to me. Now, previous to this, I've only ever jabbed oil with the big syringe. So when you jab in oil, you guys are well aware, when you push the syringe, it's kind of hard to push it. So you can't just, you're trying to put some pressure on the syringe, and it slowly only goes at the rate that it's supposed to go. You can't make it speed up, no matter what it is. With Winstrol, it was water-based. So first of all, it was very tricky to crack the vial and then get the water in, because I thought, this is a little bit loose. So anyway, you push it out, you push it slowly, and you get the air out, and then it's 1 mil. And here's where the horror started. So I put the 1 mil into my ass, put the needle in, and I'm thinking the pressure's going to be the same as I would when I use oil. But it wasn't like that. I pressed it like this, because I used to hold it like this, pressed it like this, and literally all the liquid just went in less than a second, split second, all the way. I was like, shit, what the hell? I actually felt it squirt inside because it's just water-based. So I was like, okay, that was quick. Didn't really feel great, but it is what it is. Pulled the needle out shortly after, and I had a little stream squirt out my leg. I thought, fuck. This is a bit bad. And it wasn't water, it was just the gear coming back out. I'd punctured it, shot it in quickly. It didn't have anywhere to go, and some of it shot back out. What you're supposed to do is pull the needle out slowly so that the entry hole kind of heals up a little bit, seals itself up. I didn't know, I was young at the time. First time doing it, pulled it out, a little bit came out. Thought, okay, it is what it is. Felt a little bit sore. Anyway, went to the gym, didn't think anything of it, started training. Next day, woke up with a dead leg. I was like, ouch. Painful as hell. Now, I've taken gear. I remember I was on gear as well at the time. And I know the PIP, the post-injection pain, as they call it, from gear. I know exactly what that feels like. This was not that. This was like somebody had stabbed me in my leg, literally with a knife. I was like, this is so painful. Went to the gym, told the lads there, because they were the guide at the time, was the guy who you got the stuff from. Mate, this is what's happened. He went, right, you've had a reaction to it, no issue. Sometimes it hurts. Just drink the liquid. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah. So I didn't know you could drink the liquid. So he says, right, just snap the cap and drink the liquid. And I was like, this is very strange. But anyway, that's what I did after that. Didn't take it for long. I think I took it for 2 weeks. Only then to discover it comes in tablet form. I didn't even know. So all this time, 2 weeks, I'm taking this thing called Winstrol, and it's injectable. I only did the 1 jab. And all along I knew, all along there was a tablet form. It is what it is. Anyway, so long story short, never ever injected Winstrol ever again. It did later on come out in injectable format as well, and I'd seen it and I was like, no way. am I ever. That's like an ex-girlfriend that you do not go back to. I saw the Winstrol injectable. I was like, no. I'm never going to touch Winstrol ever again. I'm not going to inject it ever again. Since that day, it was oral only. Now, oral Winstrol, like I said, guys, if you follow this channel, you will know this is not Google. This is what it says on the Alkaline 17, no testosterone, dihydro. I couldn't care less about that. You want that information? Go watch another channel. It's boring to me. Don't care. This is real life experience, real world knowledge. Winstrol. Is it liver toxic? A slight bit, yes. Is it the end of the world? No. Should you be taking it in high doses like 50 milligrams, 100 milligrams, 150 milligrams? I've seen people take it in. No, absolutely not. I've taken 50 milligram tablets. Do they work? Yeah, they're all right, but not great for your cholesterol. Why? Again, wrong channel. Don't do it in 50 mgs. Try and take it in 20 to 30 milligrams. That's the maximum I ever took that worked for me. Any more than that and it's overkill. Best time to take Winstrol, right before training. Use it as a pre-workout. It's amazing what it does. If you are fat, you are overweight, is it going to help you burn fat? No. If you are lean, 10% body fat, and you take a bit of Winstrol, is it going to bring out a bit of vascularity, a little bit more shape, a little bit more definition? Yes, because on top of that, you're dieting as well. You're taking other stuff as well. You're doing your cardio. You're staying healthy. Your body fat's low. And then you take Winstrol. Are you going to get the benefit? Absolutely. It's an amazing drug. Should it be used long term? No. It's not Anavar. Do not mistake the two. I know people chop and change between the two. Anavar is something I personally have done for 6 months at a time. No issues whatsoever. Like I said in the past, my health markers improved. Obviously, I was dieting. Obviously, I was doing more cardio. I was being more healthy. I'd just come from like a phase of eating a lot of crap now to being healthy, staying on Anavar for 6 months. Winstrol, on the other hand, it's going to mess with you a little bit too much if you're on it long term. My advice is, personal advice, not Google, no more than 4 weeks. 30 milligrams, pre-workout, that is all you want to be doing with Winstrol. Use it how it's supposed to be used. Don't go crazy on it. Try not to use it when you are fat. Try not to use it in the off season. Try to use it when you are doing like a pre-contest or if you're getting ready for a holiday. That is it. Winstrol also works as an AI. And it's an amazing thing in the sense where you don't really need estrogen blockers. You don't need a Arimidex, you don't need an anastrozole, you don't need letrozole, definitely don't need letrozole, you don't need any of that stuff. So if you were one of those guys who are taking a course of gear and you tend to hold a little bit too much water, I would say take 10, 20 milligrams of Winstrol a day, and you're not only going to get the benefits of the Winstrol being Winstrol, you're also going to get the anti-estrogen benefits of the Winstrol as well without taking AIs, because taking AIs, that's a whole nother world that you're opening up if you're taking AIs. So definitely do not recommend that. Winstrol for me, it's not something I take anymore personally. Haven't had it many years, but when I did do it, it was one of those drugs, one of those steroids that I could say, yeah, I took it safely, I took it the correct way, other than that one time. I would say, yeah, 100% it is a good thing to take. It's not something like halo testing or test suspension or Cipine or Sustanon, something that's, it just feels more natural in the sense where, when you take certain gear and you always feel a little bit dirty on it, or you feel a little bit you feel a little bit toxic on gear, definitely don't with Winstrol. Use it in a safe dose only. Hopefully this video gave you guys some value. Comment down below, and if you've got any Winstrol stories, I'd like to hear them. Please also subscribe and like.